Hey, it's moved the piglets from the sow's day today. They turned 8 weeks old today. I was going to actually do this about a week ago. Moms were starting to get really agitated with these little piglets, wanting to nurse all the time. They're way too big for that now. But things seemed to calm down for a few days, and I let it go ahead and go into another week. So today they're 8 weeks old, and today's the day. So I'm going to go over here and get these piglets moved. Now, we always talk about how easy it is to move um, kunekunes from pasture to pasture. And this is something that Kelly and I typically do together. But she's traveling back from her vacation today, and I'm here all alone. And I'm hoping to make a video doing this all by myself to show you how easy this really is. So let's get started. All right, when we moved these sows over here to the farrowing barn, actually one of them was a gilt at the time. She's a sow now. I had the feed bucket way too full, and you couldn't get it to shake. So right now I only have a few cups in here, and that'll hopefully entice these girls to walk with me and go over here to the sow pasture. Cal kept saying you had way too much in the bucket, and it couldn't get it to shake, and they didn't want to follow. And she was right. So that was a lesson learned, and hopefully doing it better today. Good morning, girl. I'm going to move you today, give you some relief off these little piglets. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is feed these piglets. Get them whoa, 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 whoa. Close this door. Close this door. Well, look here. You are not going to believe this. Looks like they busted the fence again. So I was going to move Peachy first, but Coco has volunteered. Come on, girl. Oh, yeah, she knows. Come on. And she's almost guiding me. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. It was so... Major, leave her alone. It was so nice of you to volunteer, Coco, to be the first one. Come on. And I'm trying to get her head over and get this gate open. Come on. Come on. Oh, this is going so good. Come on. Come on. Awesome. Major, come on. Major, let's go. I'll be right back, ladies. Well, that actually went way better than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to find Coco out of her side. They busted a fence panel out. It was on Monday, Kelly's first day of vacation, and I walked in there and found all the pigs on one side, which was fine. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything at this point in the game. But you can see that they got out again, and she volunteered to be that first pig to cross over. Oh, I'm scanning the fence here. I don't see where they got in there. the fence panel is still up. This is interesting. Alright, there's Coco's litter, and they are not where they belong. Looks like they busted this one out right here. Yep. And we just had these things screwed together temporarily because I was going to plan on moving them. But looks like they pushed it out and then couldn't push it back to get back in. So I'll give them a little gap to get back in there. Alright, so I'm back to where I started. I was going to do Peachy first. So I'm going to put some food in the creep for these piglets. We've been feeding them in the creep for the last couple of weeks to get them away from mom so she can have a meal in peace. And they're pretty well trained to eating in here. And you see they're waiting on me now. They're starting to get a little aggravated with me. So let me get some food in here for them. So the plan is I'm going to get Peaches moved over with the girls, and I'll feed all the pigs. I'm usually done with pigs about this time in the morning. It is about 20 after 7, and I'm working on chickens. I started at the crack of dawn. I'm doing it by myself so that I can get to work, but I'm off today. Alright, that should keep them happy while I move Peaches. Anyway, I waited a little bit later today on purpose because I wanted to kind of get moms agitated with me a little bit and get them wanting to eat bad enough that I wouldn't have any issues them following me over there. I'll fix this fence panel back where it belongs real quick. I'm not really worried about these fence panels with these little piglets, but moms have been pretty rough on them. We really need to get the moms out of here and stop fighting broken panels. It's probably something we'll do different next time. You know, we just put feed on these panels and stood them up on the ground, connected the meat to each other like this. See this here, I just took spare pieces where I've been cutting and screwed them into each board. All right, Peachy, come on. Come on to the gate, honey. The difficult task here is going to be, I got to close this gate so that the piglets don't come out. I definitely don't want to chase the piglets all over the place. Come on. Come on. All right. That wasn't too difficult. Come on. Come on. Come on. Major, don't bother her. You'll notice Major has been promoted. He's 100% free range now. No leash. No pen, sleeps where he wants to at night. Major, I got him. I got him. Don't need your help. And he is doing a great job. He's been here a little over a year now, and we're really happy with how he acts and what he does. Come on, come on, girl. Come on. Peachy. Hey, come on. Let's go in the gate. You don't have to come in here. I got the food right here. Wow, that was so easy. Come on. Just gonna dump this food out because everybody's gonna be agitated with me. I'll go back and get the proper portions of dinner and breakfast. Oh, these girls are probably gonna bicker and fight for a day. I don't even see Coco. Where's she going? We typically don't feed on the ground. I'm just doing this just to get these pigs stay over here, out of my way. Alright, where is Coco? This Coco's baby from last year. Man, she's turned into such a pretty pig. Alright, where did y'all run Coco off to? There she is, all the way down there at the very end. Major's with her. Way down there. I might have to go feed her down there. Got my handy dandy golf range finder. I just want to see exactly how far this move was. Give you some perspective of how easy that was. So it's right at 50.9 yards from where I'm sitting at the corner of the pasture here. I can't shoot through that tree. And we got about another 10 yards to the gate there. So about 60 yards from here to the gate over there. Super easy to move them. I mean, that's over half a football field. Didn't have any issues at all. All right, so as promised, I finally made it back to the farrowing pasture. Get this mid-rail, this middle fence down. All the piglets are in the stalls, sleeping at the moment. Mamas are over there in the big pasture. They're doing fine right now, doing a lot better than I thought they would be. I didn't think they would settle in until it's afternoon sometime, but they're already getting there. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'd go in and change my shirt. Man, it's so humid out here. I sweat through my shirt. It stuck to me trying to get it off. Got all the other chores done. So I'm going to take down this fence and get it stored away for next time and let these two litters mingle together. So I already mentioned that these pastures are about reached their max for having all these pigs and mamas in here. We're right at 9 weeks with moms, 8 weeks with pigs. You see Peach's side, still got plenty of green grass. I don't know what the difference is. And a little bit of a struggle over here on Coco's side. A lot of dirt spots and not so much grass. But my biggest concern was this fence. You see I already had to do a repair there. They busted that out. Got inside there. They busted one out here last night. Got in there again. You already saw that from this morning. And here everybody's coming to see what I'm doing here. Very, very curious animals. They always want to know what's going on. And right now they're telling me I need to put some more water in there. Now we already had one problem with this side over here. Wind blew it over. That was in the first week of new piglets. And it's already sitting on a downhill side, and we just came in and added longer legs to this side over here. You can see it's still a bit of a lean, so we're going to have to rethink this next time. Do something a little bit different over here. Here's where my drain field goes through. Septic tank is over there where that grassy spot is right in front of the house. And drain field is all through here. So that's why we didn't put any two-post or anything through here, because I don't want to damage my drain field and it costs us a lot of money to make that repair. Alright, so this is what I was telling you about on the fence. We just built these panels, basically cut the pallets down to 1 2x4 width and put some feet on them where they just sit on the ground. And then I used to put 2x4s in the ends and screw them together this way, but that's a lot of work. We didn't want to go through this time. Look, they're all up in the pool up there. I don't know if you can see from here. So I just took spare panels from where we were siding and things like that, the pieces that didn't fit anywhere else, and screwed each of these fence panels together. So it should be pretty easy for me. I'm just going to go here and take all these out and stack them up on that skid I got on the tractor and store them away. So there's that. Pastures are united. Soon piglets will be united as soon as they figure it out. There's a couple laying in some shade behind the swimming pool there. Everybody in there, nice cool shade and the fans. Lots of poo along the where the fence line was. I got to come here and clean that up. I've been doing that this week while Kelly's been off. I've been doing that once a day, in the mornings on days that I'm off, and the evenings on days. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Mornings, days that I'm off, and in the evenings on days that I had to work. But today was a day off. I should have done it this morning, but I didn't do it because I knew I had other things I wanted to get done, and I'd come back and do it later. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now and fill up some of these water bowls. I'll tell you what, you fill up these water bowls, and it's so hot and humid out here. That's what it looks like just seconds after you fill it up. They come straight to it, get their muddy feet in there. Here everybody's trying to gather up around the shade. Let's see if we can't take a little visit with these guys. You're muddy. Socializing these pigs and getting them used to humans and other animals. Super important. Kunekune is a very social pig. You should never own just one. You should always have them in pairs. They enjoy very much the company of other kunekunes, other animals, people. They're a very socially interactive pig, and they love their belly rubs. Some bugs on your face. We hadn't talked much about these piglets, and it seems like overnight they jumped from being born to being 8 weeks old. I mean, time flies, man. I think it was last week we castrated 8 boars. That was the first time for me. The vet came out. The vet showed us how to do one. I did the next 7 by myself. She watched closely on the first 2, and then I pretty much had it on my own from there. Got it down to where I was doing them in about 2 minutes. So that was my first time ever, and we wanted the vet assistants to make sure we were doing things right. And I think next time we'll be able to go at it on our own. We castrated so many because we only had 2 boars that we thought we would offer as registered boars. All the others had minor issues like teat lines that weren't perfect. One of these has got a hanging wattle. It's not you. Yeah, it's this guy right here. I would never register that. That hanging wattle right there, I would never register that. So he got cut. And for the most part, you know, we only had 2 boars we were willing to offer registered breeding stock, and nobody was interested. I don't really understand. I know the Kunekune market is flooded right now, and they're a really tough sale right now, but I mean, we're asking less for ours than we paid for any of our breeders. And we did get some interest, but as soon as you tell people how much money they are, they ghost you and you never hear from them again. And you know, I don't know if they're, I think these are pot bellies you're going to get for 10 to 20 bucks, but that's not what these pigs are. So we buried a bunch of them, and still no interest at all. So we're going to get stuck with a lot of pigs this time around. I mean, and that's okay. We do need to build up our meat program right now. We only have 2 pigs in that. So looks like we're going to get some out of this bunch. We did sell a pet. We sold a group of homestead pigs. So out of the 3 litters, you know, we got 13 here and 6 over there, 19 pigs total. We have 6 pigs sold. So it's a really tough market right now, man. Really tough market. It's a niche market. People got to know that this is what they want. They got to be committed to the 2-year grow out pasture raising these pigs. Some people do grow them out in 12 months. We haven't dabbled in that. We did research it, look into it, but ultimately I think we decided that we didn't want to go down that road. But we still might look at it someday. Just depends on the growth rates that we're able to produce. And man, these things were little chunkers, man. They took off flying out the gates, but they've kind of leveled off. We haven't weighed them in a while. We weighed them the day that we did castrations, but just out of curiosity, and I don't remember what the weight was. It was like 29 pounds or something like that. I think Obsidian is our record 8-week weaner at like 35.16, I think it was. So it's going to be really interesting to see where some of these land. I don't think any of them made 35. They certainly look like they were off to make 35 early on, but I don't think they got there. It's one of the biggest chunkers right here. He grew so big so fast. Alright, it's feeding time. I ain't gonna have to excuse how dirty I am. I've been working on one thing after another all day. Got hydraulic fluid all over me. I made a mistake. Last time I took the bucket off the tractor, and I paid for that. Hydraulic fluid all over myself. Maybe sometime we'll make a video on how to avoid that. I had to Google it to see how to get the lines back on. Alright. Let's see if these guys remember how to be fed without mama around to guide them. Coco's litter. This is theirs. Oh, there they come. Oh, they know now. Now come on, time to eat. Yeah, these guys, they heard me. Alright, 1 cup per piglet. So I was curious whether they would integrate themselves to eat, but yeah, you're taking lessons from the salmon. But like we talked about before, they are well trained creatures of habit. They know when they eat and where they eat. Alright, today we'll also introduce them to fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables for the first time. And this, we've got some apple, some carrot, and some watermelon. And I tried to cut these up in the size of the pellets. We do a little bit bigger for this, bigger than this for the big pigs. But these guys, little mouths, little teeth. And I'll just sprinkle this amongst their pellets and let them have on that. We'll probably try and get to where we feed these guys outside in a bowl or a pan and outside of this creep. We fed them in the creep to keep them away from mom, so mom can have a meal in peace. And like I said, they're creatures of habit, and they know where to come. So same thing for Coco's litter.
there is that all done. I think moms are having a little bit of separation anxiety from their babies. I'll get over that in a day or two. Get back to the normal swing of things down here. Come on, Major. So we're gonna do one more thing a little bit later, around dark. I'm gonna check in on the babies. I'm curious to see where everybody sleeps at. I'm guessing they're gonna sleep on their sides just like they always do. But we're gonna go find out. About dark. We'll sneak in on them and see where everybody's at. Alright, as promised, we'll go here and check on these little ones, see where they're sleeping at. I have a pretty good idea. I know where they're gonna be. Pretty sure we're gonna find Peach's bunch over here, Coco's bunch on the other side. Let's find out. Well, this is par for the course. Coco's bunch out here still grazing after dark. That's what Coco did every night. Peaches was in bed early. Those guys are all in here in bed. They're a little stirred up now because I walked in here. But Coco's bunch all out here grazing after dark. So looks like the groups are still segregated. They're staying together and Peach's group is staying together. So they did intermingle a lot today, which was what we wanted to do. All right, appreciate you tuning in this episode of Hematite Homestead. If you like what we're doing here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we will see you on the next one.